have to pull up my phone.
I mean, when you make some crazy accusations against the president, bro, and you can't name one thing, it's pretty ridiculous.
You're putting me on the spot.
I am. What's up, guys? Drew Hernandez here with Lives Matter. I am here in Washington, D.C. at the beautiful White House, where our President Trump is now absolutely doing a phenomenal job in the United States of America. The left is absolutely radical, out of control, and I want to ask three separate questions. I want to ask, should we allow illegals to vote? Should we allow convicted felons to vote while they are serving sentences for committing crimes? And lastly, should we allow 16-year-olds to vote? Should we lower the voting age? Let's see what happens. Can I just ask you a couple questions? Okay, so the first question, there's been a lot of advocacy in the political world for the voting laws to change. And so I just wanted to get your opinion, okay? The first one is that they're actually advocating for people that have commit crimes, that are serving life sentences, that have surrendered over their freedoms and are incarcerated, to actually have the ability to vote and voice their opinion for the future of America in the electoral process. Do you believe people that have commit crimes violently against Americans should still have the ability to vote while they're serving life sentences, or criminals, even terrorists?
Why not? They definitely can have a say. It's not going to matter, because if you're incarcerated, it really doesn't count. So
do you believe that voting is a freedom or an entitlement? Because when you commit a crime, you willfully surrender.
Criminals working in here, left and right. Our whole system is run by a bunch of criminals.
So if you get caught, do you think because you willfully surrendered over your freedoms, I mean, you get incarcerated, that's losing your freedoms.
Give me this microphone. A lot of people are incarcerated and it's not even their fault. They could have done something like a simple weed crime and then they're losing their life. Look at how they're reversing that. Now it's legal. So, I mean...
What about those that are serving like life sentences, like commit violent crimes?
But they're not getting out, so what's the purpose?
Okay, gotcha. The second one is actually people that are in the country, not just Mexicans, people that are living in the country illegally, that are not citizens of the United States of America. She's a citizen, yeah. Yeah.
Anybody who's here, even I'm from San Diego and I live in Los Angeles, and if you come here, you work and you're paying taxes, make America all it can be.
But what if you're a cartel and a coyote that's putting women into human trafficking and you're here illegally? Do you think they should get a right to vote?
Yeah, I don't.
What about people that are violent against the United States that are here illegally? Should they be able to vote?
There's tons of people that are here. So I don't know. I would say I want to learn more about Jehovah. That's what I want to do.
I have one more question. That's it. I think you'll like this one. I promise. Okay. The last one is they want to lower the voting age from 18 to 16 years old. Are you a mother?
I am.
Okay. So how do you feel about that one?
They need to at least be 18, pay some taxes. 16, they can't even make their mind up what game they want to play. So no way.
All right, so lastly, what's your opinion on Donald Trump? Do you love him, hate him, and why?
I have no opinion about him. He's sitting in there, and he's the sitting duck, and, we have the other people, the House, the Senate. He's not really doing a whole lot.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you so much. God bless you guys. How you doing, sir? My name is Drew. Can I ask you a couple questions?
Sure.
So the left is getting kind of crazy as of recent, and they want to, lower the voting age to 16. How do you feel about that?
I don't think it's a good idea. 16's a little young.
Why?
Not making really rational decisions. I'm a middle school teacher, so a lot of irrational decision making at that age. So
wouldn't be a very smart thing to do for the country, huh? Don't you think?
I don't think so.
So secondly, also, they're advocating also to have illegals, people that are not citizens here in the United States, to give them a way to actually be a part of the electoral process as people that are not citizens of the U.S. Do you believe that we should do that?
No, I'm not a citizen. Voting is a right of the citizenship, so
pretty self-explanatory, right? And lastly, also, Bernie Sanders was getting kind of bold and actually advocating for criminals that have commit crimes and are actually serving time for them to be able to actually have the freedom to vote. Do you agree with that?
I think once you've served your time, maybe you get your rights.
But he wants to do it while you're serving your time.
I'm not sure. I don't know. I'd have to think on that one.
So don't you think that it would be kind of wrong? I mean, when you commit crime and you become a criminal, you forfeit your freedoms, you forfeit your rights, and that's why you are actually put into confinement because you no longer contribute to society. So does it make any sense if you willingly commit crime against society and forfeit your rights to become a criminal, why should you have the freedom to vote?
Makes perfect sense.
You agree with that?
Sure.
Awesome, and hey,
All right.
God bless you, bro.
Thanks.
Thank you. What's your opinion on Donald Trump? Do you think he's been successful or he's been just an absolute disaster?
I don't like using the word absolute, but I would definitely say disastrous.
Why?
Morally, financially, it's just he's not a president. He's a human being. As far as having a social security number and being born here. But I mean, other than that, like he's just, he thinks he's doing good.
So you said that he's failing morally. Why? What has he done that's immoral?
Did you see the campaign?
What part?
I mean, he's cheated on his wife. His attorney just like laid him out. He was like, I'm ashamed to have done what I've done and represent this man, for money, basically, is what he was saying.
Cite one thing that you know that Trump has done that's illegal or immoral while he's been the president of the United States.
Well, we're starting to get wind of that now through everything that's going on.
What is it?
Well, like the Mueller report and all this thing, all this collusion. It's slippery because this guy was...
There was no collusion in the report. Have you read it?
Well, we're going through the due process of... He's slippery. He knows how to manipulate and do all this other stuff.
So you think that Donald Trump manipulated Robert Mueller?
He's manipulated. The people that are working with him are very well manipulative.
Like who?
It's everything that's. I mean, there's so many names that people that are under.
Name one.
I just did Mueller.
After him.
You said one.
No, because you said there's so many other people. Name one after Robert Mueller. Who else?
I'm not out here to. You asked me to take this interview. I mean, I read law. I'm from Virginia, so I would have to pull up my phone.
I mean, when you make some crazy accusations against the president, bro, and you can't name one thing, it's pretty ridiculous.
You're putting me on the spot.
I am.
What is your purpose to put me on the spot?
I'm just challenging your views. I think we should have very, very controversial conversations in the United States of America. And I think if you're going to make some bold statements against the president of the United States, you should be able to have some facts and be able to cite all of your accusations. Because when you're talking about a world leader and you can't cite anything, it's pretty crazy.
Can I take that from you?
No.
Well, here's the fact. In the 80s, when New York City was demoralizing itself with drugs, he stood in his towers and did nothing. So, unfortunately, he watched his older brother succumb to the disease of alcoholism. In his own words, Trump's own words, it had a tremendous impact on him. This is a family disease. We're all connected, right? And when you don't have a program of recovery, you can deflect whatever it is that you're not dealing with in your home. So this business of trying to put up a wall, even all his businesses, how many times that the Trump organization has declared bankruptcy while promising the people that work from all this and that, and then knowing that he's going to capitalize off his trademark name, his legacy, devaluing real estate and having the government. It's basically how to get rich using other people's money and preserve your wealth rather than actually give back. So he's talking about putting up a wall for humanitarian reasons, right? Now, is that a crime? Is it immoral to say or try to attempt these things? That's not really what he's trying to do with that. But as a president, he hasn't done much, okay? That was your question. And you're trying to find out what illegal. We have Guccifer 2.0. We're trying to prove currently that he has ties. So I don't appreciate you coming at me so strong. And
do you know how many women are human trafficked across the border annually?
yes, again, but that comes from other countries as well. A border is not going to do that. That's done right here.
It was done before.
Women even choose to do it because it's a demoralization. It's a spiritual.
They built a wall in 2006 in Yuma County in Arizona, and crime, including human trafficking, went down almost 96%. So it's statistically proven in our modern age that the building of a wall and securing the border has actually lowered crime, and you could actually cite that. Okay, are you as an American proud of your president, or are you disappointed?
Neither. Whoever's in the White House doesn't affect my life. Still got to pay my taxes, got to go to work, got to raise my children and be a good person. I'm not really that opinionated about the president.
Gotcha. So do you think that there's anything bad that's happened since Trump's been president, or have things gotten better? What do you think?
I'm indifferent to it. I don't think it's changed much. I don't think much has improved. I don't think it's gotten worse. It's just be what it is. Same thing in 2020.
Did you know that the African American unemployment rate has been the lowest it's been in history in the United States of America?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Would you say that's a good thing?
I would think it's a good thing, yeah.
Because it's also for the Hispanic community as well, and I think that's a pretty good thing.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing.
So, I mean, I guess we can say he's done something good.
Well, from a personal standpoint, I wasn't unemployed before he got in office, and I'm still employed now that he's in office, and hopefully I'll still be employed once he leaves office.
But I mean, for our community, our people.
Right. I guess so. I guess you got a point.
All right, man. Love you, bro.
All right, take care.
See you later. Okay, as an American, are you proud of the president, or are you disappointed with our president?
I'm disappointed.
Why?
I think that he could do better, and including everyone as a nation. I think that he doesn't support my people, the Hispanics. So it is what it is. I think he could do better.
So Hispanics in general, or Mexicans, people from Mexico?
Hispanics in general, because that's another thing. People think that Mexicans are just Mexicans. There's a lot of different Hispanics that are here that are immigrants, and that doesn't mean that they're bad people. I just think that everyone says, ooh, Mexicans, but it's not. There's more than Mexicans. We're different. We come from different countries, and we're all Hispanics. And we have the rights also to have rights here. So.
Yeah, did you know that the Hispanic unemployment rate, it's at its all-time low?
At all-time low?
The unemployment rate, all-time low, yeah.
Unemployment rate? Didn't know that, no.
Yeah, so would you say that that's good for Hispanic Americans?
I would think so, yeah.
So do you think he has implemented policy that's benefited Hispanic Americans?
Not really.
So even though the unemployment rate for Hispanics is at its all-time low.
Unemployment is low, period. Doesn't mean he had anything to do with that.
But under the Trump administration, that's what they've done in the past 2.5 years.
I still don't think that it changes anything. I think he could do better.
Okay.
I don't think that he's completely a bad person. I think that he's done some good things and some bad things. He just needs to be a little bit more compassionate towards everyone as a nation. That's about it.
Gotcha. Thank you.
No problem.
God bless you. You know, American politics is getting pretty crazy, right? Left, right, Democrats, Republican. As of recent, in the 2020 election, they're actually advocating some pretty crazy things. The first one is they're actually advocating for criminals that have commit some pretty crazy crimes while they're serving life sentences to be able to vote. Do you guys agree with that?
Yes. Because what if there's a percent of them, a percent of criminals that haven't really done anything wrong? Like, a lot of people go into jail for... No, I mean, not bad. People go in there and they're actually innocent, like... It could be incorrect. I don't know. Jesus.
I mean, they're still human. They still can get their opinion across.
Yeah, so would you agree that when you commit crime against society in the United States and you're actually incarcerated, don't you kind of willfully surrender your own free rights and you're actually incarcerated and you kind of lose freedoms? Like, you kind of choose that on your own? And would you agree that the ability to vote as an American in the electoral process is a freedom, not a privilege? Or an entitlement?
I mean, it is a privilege, but like I said, they still human, and they they actually don't have no actual opinion because they're in jail and they're not getting affected for real. But I mean, they are, because they what if the president or whoever they're electing are changing laws for imprisonment people? So I guess their opinion should be valued in some way.
What about you?
It's kind of 50-50.
Yeah.
They did bring that upon themselves to lose their freedoms, but at the same time, yeah, they are human, and I feel as though they're contributing somehow to America by working in there, and they work a lot of hours, and yeah, it's 50-50 for me. That's a good question.